to show you how that I make refried beans in a crock pot. I start off with soaking my beans. I don't really know how many I actually put in dry, but I ended up with about 8 cups of pinto beans once they were soaked overnight. And then I put in, this is about a cup of onion, just chopped up any way you want to chop it. And this is half bell pepper, half of a jalapeno, and about 4 to 6 garlic cloves. And I just chopped them up. They were actually frozen, and I just put them in my little food chopper and chopped them up so they'd be really tiny in there. Some of the garlic didn't get quite as chopped as it. And then in this I have 1 tablespoon of taco seasoning, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of parsley, and 1 teaspoon of paprika. Then I'm going to put in a teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to grind a little pepper in there, just really however much pepper you want. It's just your choice. But I don't know, a teaspoon or so maybe. There's a lot of different peppers already in there, like with the jalapeno and the bell pepper and things like that. But you know, with the chili seasoning and the taco seasoning, there's pepper, but you just want to have however much pepper that you like. You know, black pepper tastes different than the others. So just stop there and I can put more in later if I need it. And then I'm going to cover my beans completely with water. And because I'm cooking these overnight, I put about 6 cups in there. And I'm going to give it a good stir, and I'm going to cook it on low overnight. You can cook it on high, like maybe 6 or so hours, and that should be plenty of time just till they get really soft. And that is all I'm going to do to them for now. And when they are done, I'm going to show you what I am going to do with them, because this is just the first step in a process of making some freezer burritos. And whenever this is done, I'll just get back to you and show you. And this is what the pinto beans look like after they've cooked all night with the seasonings. And what I'm going to do is let them cool, and then I'll show you what I do next. Okay, now the beans have cooled, and I'm going to show you how that I do them so that I can make things like bean burritos or just tacos, like if we have tacos and we want refried beans or something like that. Anytime we might want refried beans. So what I do is I'm going to take about half of these out of this, and this is how they look once they are done. And I don't need to get all of that juice, but I need some of it. Take about half of it, and I'm going to mash them with a potato masher or vegetable masher. I don't really know what they're called other than potato mashers. My goal is not to get them all mashed because we want some whole beans in it. Well, we do anyway. Not everybody will, but we do. My goal is just to mash them up some. And they're quite liquidy. I should have gotten a little more liquid out, but that's okay too. And what I want to do with these is, the reason why I'm cooking them is because I need more freezer burritos. My son eats those quite often for lunch or just a snack or something like that, and instead of buying the frozen kind from the store where you don't know what's in it, we decided to try freezing them ourselves, or making them and freezing them ourselves, and it worked out really good. And that's how they look now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and, for my burritos, now I wouldn't do it normally, but just because I'm making burritos and I want to make it easier, I'm going to add the other things, just show you how I do a couple of burritos. And this is ground beef that I have seasoned just like it would be for tacos. And I add that in. And then we add this. I'm only going to use half of this because I'm going to need it for another. I'm going to make more of this, in other words. So I'm only going to use half the rice. I did not season the rice at all. I didn't put anything in it. For flavor, no salt, no pepper, no nothing, because there's already a lot of seasoning in the meat and the beans. So what I do is I just stir it up, get all of that mixed together. And the meat was cool. The rice was pretty hot because it had just finished, but it's the only thing that had just finished. So it'll cool down because of other things were cool. But this is what my mixture looks like when I'm done. The first time I did this, I had the beans in one place, I had the meat in another, and then I had the rice in another, and I thought, this is crazy, putting one thing on each spot. You know, I felt like that it was taking forever. So I decided that I was just going to mix those three ingredients together because they're going to be mixed up anyway. So now they're mixed. It looks kind of gross because of them being, you know, a mixture, but it smells really good and it tastes really good. So what I do to do a burrito is I take a soft shell, a tortilla, and I put about this much on each one. If you put any more than that on each one, whatever, it's this size, and I think this is the 10-inch size, I want to say. I may be wrong. It doesn't even say. But anyway, They're the smaller size. If you put any more than that, it's just gonna get everywhere. And then I put a little cheese. So I've seen some people put sour cream on it in this step, but I don't think I would want the sour cream to be heated up, so I don't do that. So, and then I fold it in like that, grab that over, and then fold it in. Fold in each end, and then I fold it like that, and I wrap it with the foil, and it's ready to put in a Ziploc bag and freeze. And whenever my son gets ready to eat it, he likes to put them in the oven, so he can just take it out of the Ziploc bag and put it in the oven on 350 for 20 or so minutes, and it will be completely heated through. And it also toasts the tortilla a little bit, and he really likes that. My husband has put them in the microwave sometimes, and he likes them like that, but they just eat them whichever way they want. And I haven't actually even eaten any out of the freezer because I just make them for them. But this is the same bags we used last time. I just save them because there's nothing, no meat or anything getting on that. There's no food getting on the inside. It's just holding the foil wrapped little taco burritos. This is what I use to wrap them with, is pre-cut foils from Sam's, and I can't remember how much I paid for them, but it's not very much. In fact, it's a lot less than what you would pay for them even at the Dollar Tree if you have a Sam's membership. But I'm going to do one more and show you how I did it, and then let's see, about that much, and you get it all the way close, as close to one side as you can. That way you don't, it's not as hard to roll it. The last one I actually didn't roll exactly like this, and I haven't had a problem with it busting or anything whenever I've done it like this. And it's just a little freezer taco, and he'll eat him maybe 2 at a time for a snack or for lunch even. And he doesn't ever put anything else on them. He just eats them just like this. You could have sour cream and put on it, or dip it in sour cream if you wanted to, or you could add lettuce or tomato or just anything you wanted afterwards to it after you heated it through. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill up these 2 bags and keep going until I get as many as I can done. If I still have any of this left over, like I said, I have enough meat already cooked, enough rice, and enough beans to do another batch like this. And if I need to do more, then I will. But I just fill it up, seal it up, and stick them in the freezer, and they're ready to go. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see, just let me know by giving me a thumbs up, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.